Hi, good morning. This is Nate with Operational Support Team. We have the question of the day is, after people get their in-body, how do you get enough protein? So what we're going to do is a real-life example. So for breakfast today, here's what we got. From your local commissary, we have a small carton of blueberries, which I think that was $3.40, and that one is 1 pint. You have ratio protein, there's 25 grams of protein in there. This is $1.14. I have zero affiliation with any of these products. This is just an example of what happens for breakfast. And so we got strawberry for 25 grams. We got vanilla for 25 grams. And what we're gonna do is we'll have, I don't know, about a quarter cup of blueberries. So that way you add some flavor and some vitamins to it. So now you have an example of 50 grams of protein per day. There's some people that only require 100 grams for an entire day. I got 200 grams minimum requirement, so a quarter of my daily value is just done at breakfast. So if you're wondering how to get some of these sources, there is a very, very easy way to do it. So you can either pursue it with protein powder, you can do it with eggs, you can do it with yogurt, you can do it with chicken or beef or whatever. It doesn't matter. The first thing that you're going to want to shoot for when you're looking at any kind of nutritional macros, if you will, you want to focus on protein first. Where's your protein source? How can you get it? What kind of leanness is it or not? And then you want to think the next thing in line is where are my vegetables? So protein and vegetables, number one. Then second down the line is where can I get my carbohydrates at? So if you already know, if you took your in-body, you're gonna have your lean body mass measurement, which is gonna tell you how many grams of protein per day, regardless of how many meals that you eat. Obviously, if you eat 2 meals, you have very large protein intake. If you eat 4 meals, it's a more measured approach, and you're probably gonna get a more even plate when you're looking at it. And then you're gonna look at your resting metabolic rate, which is gonna be your BMR on there, and that is gonna dictate how many calories per day that you're gonna need. And that once you figure out how many grams of protein, then the easy thing to do is just use that number and for the same amount of carbs, and that way you have the remainder in calories for fat. So for each gram of protein is 4 calories. For each gram of carbs is 4 calories. And then for each gram of fat is 9 calories. So what we can do is we can make a small video about how to calculate your macros. I can get on pen and paper. You can see it on a calculator if you'd like to. But this should be an extremely short video clearing up how you can get protein at any time for very cheap. So for about $2.50 for your yogurt, and about $3.50 for your blueberries, you have plenty of options in the morning, and those blueberries should last you for the entire week. So $3.50 for the whole week. If you're looking at for a whole week's expenditure in breakfast, if you just did those 2 standard yogurts and the blueberries, you're gonna look at about $11. About $11 maybe all in total, maybe less, depending on where you're at. So it's a lot cheaper than if you went through McDonald's and you got 2 egg white delights and a coffee. That right there is gonna run you at least $9 for 1 meal. So for more questions, reach out to us. We will have all contact information below, and that we look forward to seeing from you. All right, this is Operational Support Team with your protein intake for the day.